A very good morning, my dear students. So here is the lecture number 8. Lecture 6 was, as I told you, that it was out of your CBSE syllabus. So, but you people have watched, so I hope you got the concepts over there. So let's start with the lecture number 8. And in this lecture, we are going to continue with the isomerism. That means in the structural isomerism, we have done the two position and chain we have done. So now we are going to start the functional, and then after we will know about the new thing, that is metamerism, tautomerism, and ring chain isomers, how it is. Okay, and also we'll learn about the trick for that. So as usual, let's start with the quote. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Question, if you will continue asking, if you'll continue questioning, continue this questioning, obviously you will get some knowledge. And when you will ask the question, this is out of curiosity you can ask the question. So curiosity जो है उसके एक अपनी एक what we say, it has its own reason for existing. अगर कुछ ऐसा होता है, then it comes in your mind and then you ask for that and you get the solution for that. एक टाटा स्काई का एक एड भी है, बात पूछो तो सही, पूछने से बात बनती है, isn't it? स्मॉल पैकेज के बारे में कुछ ऐसा ऐड है. सो आई हैव वॉच्ड, अभी अचानक से दिमाग में आया. Okay, can leave it. So that means I just want to say, never stop this questioning. Ask. If you will ask, you will get the knowledge for sure. Chaliye. So now this is functional isomerism, and functional isomerism, that means the functional group will be different, having same molecular formula, but the functional group will be different. And since functional group will be different, so obviously their physical and chemical properties are going to be different, isn't it? Chaliye. In this type of isomerism, the compound possessing some same molecular formula differ in their properties due to difference in their functional group. ये याद रखेंगे, functional group. And there is a first certain groups which can show the functional isomers. For that, I will give you the trick. The functional isomers differ in the functional group present in them. So example are as follows, like alcohol except methanol. Methanol ko chhod ke, because methanol will not have any isomers. Alcohols have their isomeric ethers. Any alcohols, when they will have ethers as a functional isomers. Got it? How it is? Let me explain. Ethyl alcohol and dimethyl ether having same molecular formula C2H6O, but the functional group are different. That is, for ethyl alcohol you will give CS3CH2OH, while for dimethyl ether you will say CS3OCS3. Clear? So how you will identify, what is the trick that you will understand that alcohol will have the ether only? Why not aldehyde? Why not ketone? Something like that. Yes. Similarly, benzyl alcohol, if it is, so we can make ether and it will be anisole. This is methyl phenyl ether, common name. And methoxybenzene is the IUPAC name, and anisole is the trade name by which it commercial name, you can say that. Yes. Here is the trick to know types of functional group isomers. कौन से बनेंगे? If the formula is having CnH2n plus 2, यानी alkane का formula, and there is a one oxygen, alkane formula and one oxygen is there, then it will be alcohol and ether. Example, let me do, just suppose that I am giving you C4H10O. So this is the complete alkane formula, isn't it? Alkane formula and then one oxygen. So it can show alcohol and ether both. How? And like we will solve it in next slide. If there is a formula of alkene, it means CnH2n, and there is one oxygen, so it will have aldehyde as well as ketone. This is the pair. Alcohol cannot be paired up with the ketone, or aldehyde cannot be paired up with the ether. इस बात का ध्यान रखेंगे. Alcohol will always have ether as a functional group isomers. Aldehyde will always have ketone as a functional group isomers, and vice versa, we can say. Like example, here C4H8. This is the alkene formula, and if there is a one oxygen, it can have aldehyde and ketone. How? Will do. If it is alkene formula but two oxygen, अगर alkene का ही formula लेकिन दो oxygen आ जाए, then it will be acid और ester का combination हो सकता है. Example, we can say that C4H8, but this time I am giving you 2O2. So in this case, acid and ester it will form. CnH2n, if there is only alkene, this is alkene, okay, then one to alkene will form and another cycloalkane will be there. This is called ring isomers. ये सारे ring isomers हो गए एक सबसे, ठीक है. Alkene will have cycloalkane as a ring isomers. Similarly, alkyne will have cycloalkene as a ring isomers, and alkene and alkadiene as a straight chain isomers. Practice some question based on this form trick, and we'll get to know. Okay, so here are a few examples like C5H10O. So you just check this. This is alkene, isn't it? And with oxygen, one oxygen. So if alkene with one oxygen, that means it is going to form aldehyde and ketone. So how many, like one aldehyde, one ketone you can make, and that's good to go. But let me show how to do. See, if I will make the aldehyde, like this is 5 carbon, make the 5 carbon first aldehyde. What next aldehyde I can make from this structure? So I can reduce one carbon from the main chain, and that I can put on here, this position, or I can do it on this side also, here. Or one more thing I can do, like now reduce 3 carbon from the chain, main chain, and just put these 2 carbon on this. Okay, let me explain the things. Here it is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Now ketones. So ketone 5 carbon. So obviously 1 carbon will be like, this is the one structure. Another structure I can make like this, 2 carbons on this side, and third carbon I can do like in this, from this 1 carbon I will remove from the main chain and will put it as a branch. Okay, so like this. So this is the all what ketones can be formed. Okay, so these are the isomers. Now if I will ask that functional isomers kya hai? So if we will consider that A and B, are they functional isomers? Cannot, because this is CHO and this is also having CHO. So how come functional isomers? Functional isomers के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? Functional group change होना चाहिए. So they can be they can be chain isomers, but not the functional isomers. So chain isomers, let me write. If I will talk about B and C, what it is? B and C, they are position isomers, because methyl group is on second position, methyl group is on third position. So you can say that this is the position isomers, but not functional isomers. Yes, functional isomers कौन है इसमें से? A and E. Yes, this is pentanol and this is pentanone. So they are the functional isomer. Or we can say A and F, like one from this aldehyde and one from this can be functional isomers. But we have to in the functional isomers we have to like think of it, their chain, their root word should not be like, they should not change. Although there is no problem, you can do it, but it will be clear if you will do that, just change the functional group only, keeping the root word constant, keeping the root word same. Yes, so this is pentanol and this is pentanone, so it's better to give these two combination. Or if you want to give this combination G, so according to this G के लिए which combination can be occur, like this one C, or B you can say 2-methyl butanol and this is 3-methyl butanone. Yes, so root word is going to be constant. Are you getting it? समझ में आ गई बात? So only A and E जो होगा will be the functional isomers कहलाएंगे, या फिर we can see that C and G, they can also be functional isomers, appropriate functional isomers कहलाएंगे. So whenever it is asked that draw the functional isomers, you have to draw one from the family like aldehyde and one from another family like ketone, like C3H8O, another example. So this is an alkane, yes, and with the one oxygen. So if alkane with one oxygen, this is alcohol and ether can be formed, isn't it? So alcohol, just make 3 carbon and here it is OH. Don't worry about this hydrogen, it will be same. Okay, you just check. And one ether, so obviously ether will be the secondary one, so we can make it like this. Yes, So these are the functional isomers. If I will put the OH on this position, so this will be considered the position isomers but not the functional isomers. For the functional isomers, what we have to keep in our mind, the functional group must be changed. Root would remain constant, that's okay, but functional group should be changed. Clear? So like this. Another example I'm giving you as a homework, and you do it for C4H8O2. So this is homework. Okay. Chaliye, now move to next slide. That is, aldehydes have isomeric ketones, as I told you. All the things, whatever I have explained, that I have written also. So just let's read that. Propanaldehyde. Propanaldehyde is a common name, commercial name actually, of propanol. So sometime it will be asked in terms of propanaldehyde. So don't be confused. It is just propanol. Okay. And acetone. Acetone is the commercial name of propanone. You know that's our functional isomers. Like this, root word is same, and we can say that the what functional group are changed. Similarly, methanol, ethanol, and benzaldehyde. This is the point to know. Methanol, as it is having one carbon only. Ethanol 2, there is no difference possibility नहीं है इसमें, क्योंकि कीटोन होने के लिए at least 3 carbon must be there. Yes, and benzaldehyde के लिए भी there will be no isomeric ketone. So if I will ask that what will be the, like the structure is CH2O given, okay, how many functional isomers it will have? So it won't have any isomeric ketones. Only one जो भी methanol बनाएंगे, एक ही जो aldehyde बनेगा, that will be the only one. Yes, so this is the point to be noted. Okay, now the next thing, an acid may be an isomeric to an ester. I have explained acid C4, like if it is alkene formula and 2 oxygen, it will be acid and isomeric. Yes, acid and ester. Done. Propionic acid, that means again the propanoic acid, both are same thing. Propionic acid and methyl acetate are the functional isomers. The formula is like this: propanoic acid, or you can say propionic acid, that both are same thing. Don't worry about that. This is commercial name, okay, and this is the IUPAC name. So this and this case, these two are functional isomers of each other. Only methanoic acid cannot have the isomer. Again, the carbon is 1, so ester ke liye at least 2 carbon should be there, other than the C. Yes, other than the functional group, then only it is possible. But methanoic it is having only 2 carbon, so the ester is not possible in this case. So here again one point to be noted. Now the next thing, in alkadiene may be isomeric with an alkyne. I have explained you. Alkyne, I have given you alkyne. If the formula is CnH2n-2, it will be alkadiene. Like example, we can see that butane, this is but1-ine, and we can make 2 double bond, but1,3-diene. You can check the number of carbon and hydrogen, these are same. So we can say that they are also functional group, because here the functional group is triple bond and here the functional group is double bond. So they are also the functional isomers of each other. Unsaturated alcohol are isomeric with aldehydes. That is the important thing. यहाँ पे आपको ये जो है, that we will learn, will understand about this in tautomerism topic. Okay. फिलहाल के लिए I just tell you unsaturated alcohol. That means double bonded. The carbon with which alcohol is attached is double bonded. Okay. So that is isomeric with the aldehyde. इसे unsaturated alcohol को हम enol कहते हैं. Enol. Okay, same carbon double bond होगा और उसी पे OH होगा. So enol. Like vinyl alcohol. Okay, so vinyl alcohol, that can be acetaldehyde, and अगर number of carbon ज़्यादा होंगे इसमें, like 3, so it will be ketones also. यहाँ पे हो सकता है, that we will do in detail in ketoenol, यानी tautomerism में. Aromatic alcohol may be isomeric with the phenol, like you can see that benzyl alcohol it is, and I can do it, OH को यहाँ पे रख दिया और it will be now cresol. So they are the same molecular formula, but the structural formula is like functional group is different. In this case it is aliphatic alcohol, but in this case it is aromatic alcohol, so they are different. Unsaturated alcohol containing 3 or more carbon atoms are isomeric to aldehyde as well as ketone, that I have explained right now, but better understand in tautomerism topic. Allyl alcohol, propanaldehyde, acetone. How it is allyl alcohol when it is called allyl alcohol. For allyl alcohol, you have to learn this. The alcohol group, it is not out of syllabus. They are in that NCERT. Okay, so you have to know all these things. So like OH, hydroxy group, the carbon with which the hydroxy group is attached should be sp3, and that should be attached with the sp2 hybridized carbon. समझ में आई बात? We can say that जो अल्कोहल जिस कार्बन से अटैच है दैट शुड बी sp3 होना चाहिए फर्स्ट, एंड ये फर्दर अटैच होना चाहिए sp2 से. Okay, so then it is called allylic. Like example, I can make it like this. This is also allylic. The alcohol with which this carbon is attached is sp3, isn't it? And further it is attached with the sp2. So that is also allyl alcohol. So allyl alcohol will be the isomer with the propanaldehyde, and that can be isomer of the acetone. Will do according to the resonance and all that. I have show the bonding, like how the bond changes, then it forms. Primary, secondary, and tertiary amines of same molecular formula are also called functional isomers. Okay, like primary amine, if it will have NH2. Secondary amine, it will have N, R, and H, and tertiary will have R, R, N. They are functional isomers of each other. See, I have not explained about the nomenclature of amines, that we will do in class 12th. But here I am going to tell you that if primary amine is there, just for learning, primary amine is there, there will be 2 hydrogen. Secondary amine, there will be 1 hydrogen with the nitrogen, and if it is tertiary amine, it will not have any hydrogen. Okay, so they 3 are considered as functional isomers of each other. Like we can see that example, N-propylamine, this is primary, here it is. Ethyl methylamine, secondary, and this is trimethylamine, it is tertiary. So these are functional isomers of each other. Now the question, it is find the total number of functional group isomers and also draw it. So जितने isomers उनके बनेंगे वो आपको draw करना है, and you have to the ring or whatever the straight chain, ring chain, जो भी बने, you have to draw according to that concept. The first slide which I have given you for the trick, on that basis you have to do. Okay, so this is your homework. Few example already have given. Now the next topic is metamerism. Metamerism, in this 2 things important, that they will have the same functional group and same number of carbons. The root word should be same and the functional group will also be same. Only the change of alkyl group will be there, exchange of alkyl group. Let's read this. In this type of isomerism, the compound possessing same molecular formula and will be better if we will write that same formula also, same functional group also. Okay, mention it. Same molecular formula, same functional group, different in their properties due to difference in alkyl group present in that. Alkyl group will be different. Kaise? I am going to explain this. The metamers differ only in the alkyl group present and they have same functional group. It is written over here. They belong to same homologous series as well. Yes. Example, diethyl ether and methyl propyl ether, which is called methoxypropane. So how it is, let me show you. As for example, like this is ethoxyethane. So let me draw like this, will be good to explore, like easy to understand. So this is now what I have do. Number of 4 carbon ko we have to maintain. Just shift 1 carbon with 2 H2 on one side. Okay, so I can shift, if I am going to shift this, so here it will be 1 carbon only, CH3 left out, and the CH2 is going to add it over here. So CH2, CH2, this will be CH3, O, CH2, CH2, and CH3, isn't it? So that is going to give you C3H7. So just one CH2 group you have to change either side. It may be from left to right or right to left, but just write the name and see, then it should not be repeated. Okay. Another example, we can see that for diethylamine amine group ke liye we can see diethylamine and methyl propylamine are also metamers. Like in this case, Both sides are having two carbon. So what I have done, one CH2 group is shifted from this side to this, and it is going to give you CS3, and this side it will be C3H7. So the name is here diethyl amine, but in this case one is methyl, another is propyl, and this is amine. So methyl propyl amine, we can see that they are the metamers. Metamers of tertiary amines कैसे होंगे? Like this tertiary amine, ये रहा आपका C2H5 C2. So what you can do, one CH2 you can shift in any way. All will be like, if I'm going to shift one CH3, so this is going to C3H7 on this, or this side it is reversed. So let me do in this way. Okay. So this is C3H7 and CH3, it will remain like this C2H5. What else? Agar if you will shift this CH3 to this, again the same thing we will get, isn't it? So another step, may this one CH3 from this to this has like shifted, and it becomes now C4H9, and this is this remain CS3, and here also it remains CS3. Did you get that? So these are the metamers of tertiary amine. Triethylamine, if it is for the ethyl group. This is ethyl methyl propylamine, and here it is dimethyl butylamine. Got it? So they all are metamers. Ester also show metamerism, and one thing, if you can understand about the functional group, all the secondary functional group कौन से होंगे? The functional group, if it is attached from both side, carbon से attached होंगे अगर, then it is called secondary functional group, and all that secondary functional group will show metamerism. ठीक है? So कौन कौन से हैं फटाफट याद करिए. One you have done, the most common is CO. Yes. Next is ester, isn't it? Third is NH, it can be. Yes. So these are the what we say, they can show that metamers. Yes. So ester also show metamerism, and ester ke liye kaise hoga, and like example it is given here, it is N-propyl formate. This is, we have done the nomenclature of ester. This group is attached with oxygen, so this is going to be alkyl, and one carbon is, so that's why it is alkanoid. So we can say propyl formate, or we can say that propyl methanoid also. What next? One CH2 group I have shifted on this side, so this becomes like CH3. It is ethyl ethanoid, isn't it? Here, if one more carbon I can shift on this side, because it will be, see, this and these are different, isn't it? You'll say that same to ho gaya ma'am, but no. In this case, the C2H5 is attached with oxygen, but in this case, CS3 is attached with oxygen. So these two are different. Clear बच्चे? For ketone, it would be same. अगर ऐसा होता ketone के लिए, तो it would be same, क्योंकि वहाँ पे दोनों साइड सिर्फ कार्बन ही है. But here it is attached with oxygen, so we have to check that oxygen के साथ कितने कार्बन attached हैं. This is 1, so it is methyl propanoid, and here it is 2, so ethyl ethanoid, isn't it? So they are the metamers. Clear? Now next is tautomerism. Tautomerism is also known as dynamic isomerism. Why it is dynamic? Because it shows the resonance and it moves. This is also known as keto-enol isomerism. It is a special case of functional isomerism. In this type of isomerism, two functional isomers exist together in equilibrium, and these two form existing in equilibrium are called tautomers. For example, one second, let me write. It is also known as keto-enol. How it is? Let me show you. Consider tautomerism in acetaldehyde, keto group, and vinyl alcohol group, like CH3CHO. This is, ab ye you can ask that how it is. So let me explain with the mechanism. Although mechanism will not be that much clear to you for the time being, because we have not done how the bond will shift. But since small part of resonance I have explained in chemical bonding, so I hope you will get it easily. Yes. So let's see. This is CH2 double bond CH and OH is this. How this is going to shift in this way, and this is like, ये कैसे होगा possible? Let me show you. So in this case, let me use another color. The bond, if it shifts, this is a high electron density, so obviously the bond can shift. So if the bond can shift over here, that means this is oxygen. Oxygen is electronegative over here, isn't it? So what will happen? This bond will shift over here. So this is going to form negative charge on this, and the carbon will have positive charge, isn't it? Clear? So what next? This is CH2H, and here it is C. I'm writing like this, O minus H, and here plus charge. So H, I have told you that H बहुत ही अच्छा better living group होता है. जहाँ उसको electron density मिलती है वो फटाफट वहाँ पे shift हो जाता है. So what will happen? From this carbon, this H will shift to this, as here it is electron density high, and this bond is left out like, so now this bond will shift over here and it will form like this, CH2 double bond C, and this is OH and H. Did you get this? Yes. So this is also called enol, because the carbon with which OH is attached is sp2 hybridized. En is there, so it is called enol. Yes. Any doubt? Yeah, here it was 2 carbon only, so that's why we have done the aldehyde. अगर यहाँ पे ketone होता like 3 carbons, so then also it would be possible. Before doing, let me explain this way. Suppose that this is given a structure like this. This is the structure. So how can you convert it into this is enol. So if enol is there, it can convert into keto, and if keto is there, it can convert into enol. So what next? This bond will break on which side? Here. So due to this, it will have high electron density over here. So यहाँ पे जो hydrogen है, let me show you this. So due to this, what will happen? This oxygen is having high electron density, तो यहाँ पे oxygen इसकी, और यहाँ पे carbon के पास क्या हो जाएगी? Bonding कम हो जाएगी, isn't it? So this will result in form of like in this way. This is C and double bond O, and this is H, and here CS3. So what will happen since electron density is less over here? So this H again, this H minus. From here, this complete H minus will shift over here, and ये यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? इसके double bond complete. So this will give you CH3, C double bond O, CH3. So this is keto, and this is enol. I hope it is clear. Yes. Out of the two tautomeric form, generally the keto form is more stable. This is important. Keto form is more stable because they get the steric hindrance. So ये जल्दी react नहीं कर पाते हैं. Okay, and exist in larger proportion. The equilibrium between the two form is dynamic, and that's why it is known as dynamic. Yes. If one form is somehow removed by a reaction, some of the amount of the other form changes into the first form so that the similar equilibrium exists again. Did you get that this line is clear to you? Tautomerism में out of this enol and keto is more stable as it is surrounded by two alkyl group from both sides. That's why it is less reactive. And somehow if अगर एक part को हम remove कर देते from the reaction, so automatically कुछ part दूसरे वाले का ही कुछ part convert हो जाएगा पहले वाले में, and it will maintain the equilibrium between them. And since it is dynamic, so that's why it is also called dynamic isomerism. Now the note. Due to presence of keto and enol form, this type of tautomerism is also known as keto-enol tautomerism, as I have told you. Yes, I have explained already. It is the most commonly observed type of tautomerism. Although few more are there, that lone pair and oxim, syn and oxim, they are there. But we will do later on. Here it is keto-enol जो है, that is the most important and most commonly observed जो होते हैं tautomerism. This. The keto-enol tautomerism is possible only in those ketones and aldehyde in which at least one alpha hydrogen atom is present. One alpha hydrogen should be there. You know alpha hydrogen because alpha hydrogen was moving. Alpha hydrogen, the carbon with which functional group is attached is called alpha carbon. And the hydrogen attached to alpha carbon is known as alpha hydrogen. Isn't it like this? This was the example. So since this is the functional group, so this one is alpha carbon, and all the hydrogen attached to this alpha carbon, all the hydrogen attached to this is alpha hydrogen. Here also alpha hydrogen. Clear? If I'm talking about CS3, CHO, this is functional group. This one is alpha carbon, and here three alpha hydrogen. If I'm talking about this, is there any alpha hydrogen? It is no alpha hydrogen. Why? Because alpha carbon ही नहीं है, तो alpha hydrogen कहाँ से होगा? Functional group से attached जो carbon होगा, that will be considered as alpha carbon. Is it clear? समझ में आ गई बात? चलिए. So alpha hydrogen should be there so that it may convert the carbonyl group and to enol group. Now the next thing is, consider the compound acetone. It has two tautomers. One has keto group and other has enol group. I have already explained with the mechanism. Here it is. Yes. Another example of keto-enol tautomerism is observed in 2-butanone, and it has two enol forms like this. Again, you can do in this way. One second, this structure is wrong. Here not, it's CH only, and this is CS3. Okay. It can form in this way. The double bond is going to shift over here, and this H will shift over here. So this will form this. Another way, both are same thing actually. This one and this one is same. So let me make the another one. In next case, what will happen, that this bond is, let me use another color, and this is, in this case, next one we will do from there. Yes. So in this, double bond will shift over here, due to which it will have negative charge and it will have positive charge. So this hydrogen, if it is 2 and 1 hydrogen, that is going to shift over there. Yes. And this bond will shift over here. So this will result in CH2 double bond COH CH2 CH3. So this is one, second and third isomers. This is same. Or let me correct it here only. This is CH2 CH2, and this is double bond over here, and this will be single bond only, single bond CH2. Yes, clear? So there are the three keto-enol tautomerism observed in 2-butanone. Yes. Hence, it is observed that, as above, if the alpha hydrogen atoms are present on both the carbon attached to carbonyl group, it can have more than one enol. Because two different alpha carbon were there, so two different alpha hydrogen will be there, and that's why it can give you more than one type of enol. Thus, larger the number of different alpha hydrogen in a ketone, more is the number of enols formed. Okay? In most of the cases, the keto form is more stable than the enol. The main reason for this difference is that carbon-oxygen double bond is stronger than the carbon-carbon double bond. So, we can understand this thing. Yes, keto form is more stable. Done? Chaliye. Now, the next thing is stabilized enols. कैसे enols stabilized होते हैं, and what are that? Certain structural features can make the keto-enol equilibrium more favorable by stabilizing the enol form, such as extended conjugation, intramolecular hydrogen bond, and aromatic characters. Like in some cases, I have told you that in most of the cases, keto form are more stable, but somewhere, at some part, we can say some extent, if there is the formation of intramolecular hydrogen bond, or there will is going to get due to this tautomerism, if it is going to get the conjugation, or it is going to get the aromatic character, then in that case enol form will be more stable than the keto form. Like this. This is 2,4-cyclohexadiene. Okay, so it is keto form. Then now what will happen in this case? This bond is going to shift over here, due to which it will have negative charge and it will have positive charge. So to complete H being better leaving group, it will go there, and this bond will shift over here. So this is going to form this. Now in this case, it is enol, isn't it? It was keto and it is enol, but this enol is in the conjugation, isn't it? Ye conjugation mein aa gaya, double, single, double, single, double, single, in the conjugation. So that's why it is called, it is more stable enol. Okay. Aromaticity is still a topic. After this isomerism, I will explain the aromaticity. Okay. So this is, did you get that? Ye enol hai, but in this enol, it gets the aromatic character. That's why this enol is more stable than this keto form. The enol form is phenol, and the stabilization gained by forming an aromatic ring is more enough to overcome the normal preference of the keto form, and that's why enol is more stabilized than the keto form. Another thing, the 1,3 arrangement of two carbonyl group in beta diketones leads to a situation in which the keto and enol forms are comparable stability. are of its comparable stability. Like this is extra example, I can say. It won't be in the NCERT mein nahi hai ye. In this case, you can see that it is due to this, it is going to form extended hydrogen bond. Okay, like see how it will be. Again, this bond is going to shift over here. It will have negative charge, and here it is positive charge. So what will happen? This is alpha hydrogen. So alpha hydrogen this time, let me make this like yes. So what will happen? This alpha is going over here, and the bond is going to shift over here. So this is attached, and it is forming like this OH. Clear? Any doubt? Now ye jo H aaya, this is going to form the hydrogen bond with the next oxygen. So ye hydrogen bond yahan pe, due to the hydrogen bond, it is this enol form is more stable than this keto form. Any doubt in this, bachche? Clear hai? Chaliye, the now next thing is ring chain isomerism, and that is the last topic for today's class. So ring chain isomers, that means I have already given you the formula, like straight chain when it is, and then when it will form ring. So if it is alkane form, alkene formula, it can form the cycloalkane. That will be. So compounds having same molecular formula but possessing open chain and the cyclic structure are called ring chain isomers, and the phenomenon is called ring chain isomerism. Example: alkenes are isomeric with cycloalkanes. I have already given you the reason, that the trick for this. Yes. So this is propene. We can make it as a cyclopropane and check the number of carbon: 2, 4, 6, and here also 6. Butanene, you check this number of carbon. This is butane, and it can make this methyl cyclopropane also. So they are the, what we say, chain isomers or ring chain isomers. Alkynes and alkadines are isomeric with cycloalkenes. Alkynes and alkynes will give you the alkadines, and they will form cycloalkenes. That also we have done. So but1-ine can be converted into, like, they will be considered as, these two are the functional isomers. Yes. And if I'm considering this or this, it will be, or this or this, it will be what we say, chain isomers. Yes. So we can say that cyclobutene, number of carbon and hydrogen is going to remain same. So that's it for today class. Hope you all got it. And next is first it will come aromaticity, and then we will do stereoisomerism. I hope it is clear. Yes. So try to understand the topics. Just few topics I have given you the extra one, but rest all of this is in your NCERT. So go through with that properly, make short notes, and make the concept clear. Thank you, class.